Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. This is Steve, and this is week 7 in the NFL. Week 6 was a doozy. At 1 o'clock games, there's 9 of them. At 3:30, I was like 8-1, feeling pretty good, and by 4 o'clock, I was 4-4-1. Yeah, Baltimore blew it at the end. Cleveland decided to score 26 seconds left in the game for no reason because they're down by 2 scores. What else was there? You know, Roethlisberger went out. It was just crazy. I couldn't believe it, you know. Anywho, let me give you a new word for the NFL. It's called fade. You had the Colts at the Texans. Colts winning the whole game, and if they weren't so bad, as bad as the Texans, they came back, went to overtime, and did a push. Fade. Monday Night Football, we had the Jets traveling to Arizona after a 3-game loss. These mediocre now Arizona Jets, what's their answer after a Fitzpatrick horrible game? Bring in Geno Smith. Fade. Those are the words for today. So, last week I went 2-2 my video picks. Not too bad. I told you to pick New England. They covered. Pittsburgh, like I said, Roethlisberger out. I didn't know many people were picking Miami. Fade. You know, Tennessee. The Browns. 26 seconds left. Decided to score. No reason whatsoever. Then Atlanta. They covered, almost won the game. They should have won the game. On my Twitter picks, I told you to pick Washington +3. They won and covered. And Chicago, I told you to pick them. And that was the other game, the Jacksonville game. Jacksonville, 17-16. They scored all 17 points in the fourth quarter. Chicago, fade. Good word to learn. So let's review my picks for the all my pools I'm in. See, GOATS, I'm tied for first. I went 7-6 last week, just a little better than 50%, 49-40 of the season. Tied with Bridgewater and Hatbox. See, the Geo straight up. 6th place, I'm 2 games out, 54-38. Pick 'em and shut up league. I'm 7th place, 3 games out. Bridgewater's finest. I'm 5th place there, and their ATS. I'm 2nd place. Tied with Bridgewater himself. Hatbox pick 'em. I'm in 8th place. I'm 6 games out of there for being in the top 3. Then Gridiron Gang, big money pool. I went down 1 spot, so I'm 1 game out. So I'm in 2nd place right now. And the big league I'm in, the SFE Challenge, Sports Fan Entertainment Challenge. I'm 9 games out, but there's 450 people, so it's gonna take a while to get up on that one. But slow and steady wins the race, and I'll take that. As long as you don't have a bad week, at least you want to get even or better. Keep it steady, work your way up to the top, and that's how you win them. I did last year. I hope to do it again this year, but you never know. So let's get this week started. For my 4th pick of the week, we got New Orleans traveling to Kansas City. New Orleans is 3-1 against Kansas City. That's 6.5 point spread is just way too much for me. This type of game, Kansas City will just run it out. They will be successful in the run. So if you got like Jamal Charles in your fantasy league, take him. It's a good one to start. And they'll be successful. Again, New Orleans has no defense, but New Orleans can score a ton of points fast. So if Kansas City gets behind, they'll have to throw. They're going to make mistakes. New Orleans has a good chance of winning this game, and rarely do they lose by 7 points or more. So I'm taking New Orleans plus 6.5. My third pick of the week, we got Oakland traveling to Jacksonville. So they're like, why is the spread only 1.5 points? Oakland is 0-2 in Jacksonville. And, Jacksonville's won their last 2 games, where Oakland's coming off a loss. The small spread, Oakland's traveling cross country. It's a recipe for disaster, but Oakland is better on the road. They are a far better team than Jacksonville, who just barely scraped by with Chicago. I think this is a win overall. They're giving me 1.5 points, so I'm taking it. Give me Raiders plus 1.5. My second pick of the week, we got Buffalo traveling to Miami, a divisional game. Miami did win last week against Pittsburgh when Roethlisberger went out. They do have a somewhat decent special teams and defense, run defense. They're expecting to be close, 3 points. But last year, where Miami was better and Buffalo was worse, Buffalo won in Miami 41-14. So I think this year might be just a little bit closer than that blowout, but I'm still taking Buffalo -3. And my first pick of the week, we're going once again to the well. We're going New England. New England's traveling to Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger out with a torn meniscus. They'll have backup, Jones, I think his name is. Brady is 6-2 overall against Pittsburgh. This should be a well blown out game. I think Brady has something to prove, because he knows he has a backup that is pretty good, Garoppolo. So he's just going to play his best throughout the whole season. Show they should keep Brady. But I think from the past, when Brady first stepped in, they traded their quarterback to Dallas, I think it was. And then, they brought in Brady. So I think they'll do the same thing next year to Brady. I think Brady, get traded to another team for like a first-round pick, and then put Garoppolo as the starter. But we'll see how that goes. That's another discussion. But this week I'm taking New England -7.5. Well, that's it for the week. I'm glad you stopped by. I had a ton of picks to choose from. It was hard to pick which 4 I liked best this week. I expect to do real well this week. And stay tuned. Check my Twitter out. There, right there. I'll give you some more picks before Sunday. Checking out injury report and the news, what happened goes on. Usually by Saturday, I'll give those out as early as Sunday morning. So take a peek, and I'll see you next week. Peace.